When we open Fusion 360 for the first time, we're given this screen here. We can move the screen, we can move our canvas by clicking on the box and moving around, and you'll be able to see that the flat plane moves. And what we're actually doing is we're either moving ourselves around a pivotal point, which is here in the middle, or we're moving the world around a pivotal point. It doesn't really matter what your perspective is, just understand that when we move the cube, we move the world. Okay, to get back, let's say we've got a crazy orientation there. To get back, hover over, press the home, the little home icon. Sometimes it doesn't work, and if that's the case, you need to restart the application, and then this will start working again. We can quite easily have a look at the top, we can go around, have a look at the front, and have a look at the right side. What you're going to be doing is making your Pinewood Derby car, and in order for you to start that, you need to decide where you're going to look at it from. Are you going to look at it from the top, draw a square and pull up? Or are you going to look at it from the front, draw a square and push back? I'm going to start at the top. So what I do is I go Sketch, Create Sketch, select the bottom, the flat plane, so now my view is from the top down. And you're going to draw your rectangle, and you're going to try and keep it as accurate as possible. So if my car was, say, 15 centimeters, that would be 150 millimeters. So there's 10, and there's another 5. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and you'll see that the number at the bottom is changing to 150. The number at the side is changing, and that's the width. So my width was 40, let's say, and my length was 150. I could move it around, or I could tap in 40, tab 150, enter, and that would be my car. Of course, your dimensions might be different, so I suggest you look in your books to get those dimensions. When I'm done, I'm going to stop the sketch, and this is going to bring me back into a 3D view. The next part is I'm going to modify this. I'm going to drag it up to make it into a 3D form. So I click Modify, press Pull, click it, and move it up. Now my block of wood happened to be 15 millimeters. Yours might only be 10. If it was 10, type in 10, or 12, and I'm going to type in 15. Okay, now I've got the block of wood. Well, there's a few things I can do. I can either turn it into a block of wood, make it look cool, or I can start shaping it. I'm going to start shaping it first. So what I do is I'm going to draw a line around here, and I'm going to push it away. Watch. Create the sketch. Click on the side of the wood itself. Now, have a look at some of these. Well, straight lines, rectangles, circles, arcs, ellipses. I'm going to use a spline. Now, a spline is one of those wavy lines. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to click here, and that's going to give me the bend. Then there, and then come all the way up to here. And when I'm finished, I'll click the tick. Okay, there's the spline. As you can see, the spline is on the side of the profile. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this away. So I go Modify, press Pull, select that, push it away. Can you see it's red? Well, the red means that it's subtracting from the actual target. As you can see here, the operation is also cut. I could join, but that would serve no purpose. So what I do is I'm going to go Cut, and I'm going to click OK. Now if I press Shift, 2 fingers on the mouse pad, and move them, I can move it around really easily. Okay, or I can use the cube again, or I can just go straight home. Now, at the moment, this is looking very cool on the side, but if I looked at the top, it's only a rectangle. So what I would like to do is I would like to draw a shape here. And for this demonstration, I'll even do it. The first thing I need to do is make everything symmetrical. So I'm going to talk very slowly, or you can always pause it and replay it. I'm going to go construct. I'm going to go mid-plane. No, I'm not. That would be very silly. Don't do that. Okay. I'm going to draw a spline on the top of my shape. Start here, here, there, there, finished. And now I'm going to mirror that to the other side. So, first of all, I need to draw a mirror line. I'm going to get a line. There's the mirror. I'm going to draw a line all the way across. Okay, press the tick. Now I go sketch, mirror, object to mirror is that, the mirror line is that, and as you can see that is now mirrored over there, and then OK it. Let's go back into the 3D view. Now as you can see, this one is solid, but this one isn't. So let's go back into the top view, turn that around, and I'm going to draw a rectangle around the whole thing. Okay, let's have a look now. So now you can see I've got the whole shape floating above the car. So let's go modify. I'm going to select this one and this one. I'm selecting everything that I want to be used to cut away from the car. Okay, so that's the shape, and now I'm going to drag it down. As you can see, I'm cutting. I go, okay, now I have almost a little bit like a fish, but it is a car shape. It's a little bit straight. What I could do is I could round the edges, like if I was going to sand it. In order to do that, go to modify. You can go to fillet, and then click the lines here, here, and now if I type in 2, it moves it around. Can you see that? So if I move it 6, then it gets really lumpy, and if I go crazy to 100, it won't do anything. You see, I get the error here. So don't press enter if you've done it wrong. I'm going to go to 8. I think that will be enough to make it look pretty cool and not too crazy. Okay then. So now I have the shape of my car. Okay, I'm going to draw the wheels and everything else, but first of all I'm going to show you how to turn this into a piece of wood. Now notice how quick I did this. If I made a mistake, it's actually quicker to do it again and not have to undo stuff. If you do need to undo stuff, it's down here. Okay, slide it down, slide it down, slide it down, and that's like your history. So let's go all the way back up. Okay.